Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I wanted to talk about Xdefiant, the Call of Duty killer. A game that I think will die in a few weeks, and I don't think ever had a chance to ever become a big game, or even a game that stays around for a while. Xdefiant is overhyped and overpraised, and is only praised by the people who hate Call of Duty so much that they have to tell themselves that Xdefiant is a good game, even though it's not, and it's not a very good game, and it's just bland and boring. There's nothing in Xdefiant that makes the casual gamer want to stay. The casual player is the primary moneymaker. It's the thing that makes a game work. If you can't control the casual audience, you're not going to have a good game. Xdefiant does not support the casual audience at all. The big selling point of Xdefiant is that it's a free-to-play game with no skill-based matchmaking. But the problem with no skill-based matchmaking is that the FPS shooter community as a whole is sweaty. Now, you are telling the Call of Duty sweats to come over to your game and play with no skill-based matchmaking. The problem is that these players play like their life depends on it, and you end up with a sweaty game. It doesn't matter that no skill-based matchmaking is in the game, it's just full of sweats. Now, some people would say to me, oh, well, if it's full of sweats, how about the players get better? It's a skill issue. If you're not playing well, it's a skill issue. There's no skill-based matchmaking, so just get better. The problem is, why should I have to play Xdefiant like I am at a tournament playing for $1 million? Why should I have to play like that? And obviously, this drives away the casual audience. It's not fun to play like this. If Xdefiant is trying to be a more relaxed game, the community is pushing it towards trying to be like Call of Duty. It's not working. Xdefiant has to be more like COD, but can't be because it's not. And Xdefiant isn't Call of Duty, and it never will be, because it's not as good. If you like Xdefiant, that is okay, but if you think that Xdefiant plays better than Call of Duty, and a casual person would pick Xdefiant over Call of Duty, I don't know what you're thinking. Because there's no world where a casual person who just wants to play a nice, good quality first-person shooter would pick a game that looks like a mobile game, plays clunky, and is sweaty. Call of Duty, with its skill-based matchmaking, will keep the person who is bad in a server where the other players are bad. And me, I do not like skill-based matchmaking. It's not fun to deal with, but you can see how it works. If skill-based matchmaking was not working, Activision would not use it. But they use it because they are smart. They know how to make the most money. Ubisoft is not using skill-based matchmaking, thinking it'll take away some of the players. But the players that they are taking away are the players that skill-based matchmaking was made to protect the casuals from. So what you end up with is a game that has primarily sweats in it because you kind of discarded the casual audience. I've seen people say that they played Xdefiant, but they deleted it a few games afterwards because they didn't have fun. It still feels like the same experience, but the game is just worse. Look at the snipers. They are worse. They are overpowered. The abilities are overpowered. The wall hacks are so overpowered that they're not fun to play against. The game is not fun. And why would a casual player pick a game that is not fun but still sweaty over the game that is fun because it has skill-based matchmaking? Skill-based matchmaking is protecting them. So you end up driving your casual audience away. And also, you're also kind of driving your sweats away because you're not updating the game. There is nothing in that game to do besides level up your weapon. There were only 5 game modes in the game. And almost every single one of those game modes are game modes that are commonly found in Call of Duty. There is nothing different about the game mode. It's just a hero shooter, and they're not adding anything different, so the game plays the same over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's boring. Now, I've heard people say that Xdefiant needs a standout game mode, something big to bring in audience. And I've heard several people say it's going to be ranked play. Ranked play is going to bring in the people because the people need something different. Xdefiant ranked play will be its big game mode, the one to save it, the one to bring everyone back and bring in new ones. But the problem with a ranked game mode in a game whose big selling point is no skill-based matchmaking is obvious. It's obvious why it wouldn't work. If you are leaving to avoid skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty, why would you play Xdefiant ranked? There is no point in playing Xdefiant ranked if Call of Duty ranked is better and you're still getting the exact same experience. It's the exact same. Xdefiant ranked is ranked play with skill-based matchmaking. So what's the point of Xdefiant ranked? It's not going to save the mode. It's not going to bring everyone back. It's not going to keep players in because it already exists. It exists in Call of Duty. There is no point in adding to Xdefiant. And the devs are putting a ton of effort into it, but there's no point. It's not going to save the game. No matter what anyone thinks, Xdefiant ranked is not going to be something big. It's not going to do anything. And if I'm a casual player, I don't care about skill-based matchmaking. I don't care about ranked. Why would I play Xdefiant? Now, I've seen numbers from PlayStation and Xbox of the most played games of the month. Now, I know that Xdefiant has only been out for 2 weeks, so technically it's not going to be number one, and I see it. It's only been out for 2 weeks, but it's had a ton of players, way more players than where it should be. It's had so many players, it should be in the top 5. It's in the top 20. Why? Because it's not getting play hours, which is massive. Players are coming, but they are not playing and not sticking around. Xdefiant had some 2 million plus 8 million players now. It's huge. But the amount of players that are leaving and not sticking around is massive. It may be 8 million players, but those players are not sticking around. They are not. Because the game is boring and it's sweaty, has a million problems. I mean, don't even get me started on the netcode. Dying behind walls. It's not fun, and players are just not staying. And Xdefiant fans who praise Xdefiant like it's the greatest thing of all time would say, well, the game's only been out for 2 weeks. They can fix all these problems. But the thing about fixing all these problems is, how many players are you driving away before you finally fix those problems? I mean, some of these problems are so big that, are they really even going to fix them? I mean, I don't know if Ubisoft really cares. I mean, it's not like Ubisoft is some amazing company who really cares about their games. They don't. They're the same company who released a quadruple A game. I mean, this isn't the greatest company of all time. Okay? The netcode problem alone has been there since the first playtest, which was more than a year ago. So, clearly these problems, they are not going to fix, and I don't think they are ever going to get to them, because if there was ever a time to fix these problems, it was at launch. You've killed a ton of momentum with the game, and at this point, I don't know what's going to happen. It's just going down. Down, 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 down. And I don't think it's ever going to come back up to the same spot that it was before. By the time Black Ops 6 comes out, Xdefiant will be gone. Xdefiant is the waiting room for Black Ops 6. It's a game that you play because you're getting a little bored of Modern Warfare 3. So you'll play that for maybe like a month. You'll be coming back. And if you don't come back, you'll be at Black Ops 6. There is no way anyone is going to be around on Xdefiant when Black Ops 6 comes out. I do think the game is going to have some relevance because it is free to play. I mean, let's be realistic. If Xdefiant was not free to play, no one is playing that thing. No one. You can't sell a 6v6 shooter like that, so bland, for even $1. It's not gonna sell. But because it is free, it'll be around for a while. But it's never gonna be sticking around forever. It's not gonna live through COD titles. Black Ops 6 is gonna kill most of its audience. Who knows? Maybe even Xdefiant will add skill-based matchmaking because of how sweaty it is. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe, and bye.